It's time to draw your close-up in Scratch. Okay, so I've got my project set up. I've added a background. Oh, it looks like I have two. Let me delete this one. I don't need it. Okay, now I only have one background. And I added my character to get started. Before I start working on her, I'm going to just rename this close-up animation. So as you can see, I do not have a close-up. I'm going to delete all but one, and I'm going to do a new one from scratch. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is add a giant oval. Now if yours doesn't come in this skin color, you could edit the fill by adjusting these. So I'm in the brown area. You can adjust the lightness. Then I'm going to click on this arrow and make sure that I have it centered. I can always move it over to here where I want it. Okay, now that I have this, I'm going to add a neck down here. So I'm going to grab this rectangle tool. And that doesn't look like a neck. First thing is it's in front, so I'm going to hit back and put it behind. Now it's very, very straight. So if I tap this, I can move this dot in. Okay, I'm going to need to group the head and the neck together so they move together. So I'm going to select both by holding Shift and clicking, and then tapping Group at the top. Now it's time to draw an eye. And an eye is similar to a circle shape. So I'm going to grab my circle and put it out there. But I don't want it to be brown. I want it to be white. So I need to make it 0, 0, 100. And I have a white shape, but it looks too round. The edges should be pointy. So I'm going to grab this tool and select this. I'm going to tap on this one. I'm going to go here and tap pointed. Oopsie. And I'll do it to the other side. That looks better. Let me click on this one, but it's too big. So with this one selected, I will resize it. Now before I copy it over, let me hit the magnifying glass. I'm going to put the rest of the eye in here. So I'm going to add another circle. But I don't want it to be this color. I want it to be darker. Alright, that looks good. Now I'm going to, with this selected, tap here and hit copy, paste. Now I have two. I'll change it to black. And I'll shrink it down. And now I'll copy, paste, and I'm going to make it white. And shrink it down a lot of it. That looks good. Let me zoom out. Okay, so I want to group the eye. So what I do is I tap the eye, I hold Shift on my keyboard, I tap, tap, and tap all the pieces. Then I go up to group. Now I can hit copy and paste, and I have another eye. And they go around the middle of the head. Now it's time to make eyebrows. I'm going to grab this square shape. I want the eyebrows about the same color as the eye, so I'm going to tap here, grab this eyedropper, and go over here. And I can make it a little bit darker. Okay, now I want to move this one over. That looks like a good eyebrow. That looks nice. And then I'll hit copy, paste, and now I have to switch it, so I'm going to flip it horizontally and move it over. Okay, so we have eyes. Now we need like a regular mouth. So I can just grab this line draw tool, grab here, and tap this, and I can make it a little bit thicker. Okay, I can make a nose. And then I'm going to add some extra points because I want to give it kind of like 3 bumps, like one big bump for the middle and then 2 smaller bumps on the side to make the nostrils. So I could add points like here, make that go in, and I need another point me pull that out. And it's a little too thick, so I could change the thickness of it. And the mouth should be about as wide as the middle of the eye. Okay, now it's time to give this person some hair. Make sure I don't have anything selected by tapping here and clicking. Grab this paintbrush and let's get some black here. You zoom out as much as I can. Oops, I made a little dot. Let me erase that. Go back to my brush. Okay, so her hair had a little side part. So I'll try my best to do that. I'm going to start here and sweep it down. I'm going to bring it back up. Notice I'm going around the head and down. I'm still holding my brush. I haven't let go yet. And now I have to connect these two. And if it's connected, I'll be able to fill it. I connected it. Well, that color's way too dark. So let me tap here, go to my magnifying glass, and grab this brown color. There we go. I think I'll make it darker. There we go. I don't like how there's no color back here, so let me just grab this. And I'll do that, but it's to the front. I need it to go all the way to the back. I think I should make that darker since it's hidden. There we go. Okay, and so now we have the start of a face. Quick tip, my hair looks a little bumpy. If I zoom in and tap this, wow, you're going to see a lot. So to make them less bumpy, you could just click on them. You could click on them and then tap delete. So you have to zoom in a lot to make sure you can see, but you can see over here what it's doing. So I just look for areas where there's too many and I delete some. And I'm deleting these by tapping the delete button on my keyboard, or you could use the delete button in Scratch.